Hello everyone, I'm Brandon Marcello. This is Joel A. Erickson. It's game week. In fact, it's actually kind of a Tuesday on the calendar, even though it says Sunday.
Very difficult for writers who took Saturday and kind of chilled a little bit.
Yeah, so Thursday's coming up, 6:30 p.m. kickoff at Kansas State for Auburn. Let's talk a little bit about Jake Waters, Kansas State's quarterback. He is the centerpiece of that offense so far. He's our leading rusher. He's our leading passer, obviously. Things go as he goes.
Yeah, the interesting thing with Jake Waters is he gets a lot of carries, but they're not necessarily a read option team or a zone read team. More of his stuff comes on things like draws, design rollouts, scrambles, that kind of thing. A lot of what Auburn does is all based off of a read on an end or a tackle or something like that. Waters is running, like he knows he's got the ball.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You look at that Iowa State game a couple weeks back, they knew he was going to run the ball there in the fourth quarter, and they still couldn't stop it. The offensive line was getting good blocks there in the middle of the line especially. That's the thing with Jake Waters. He's, I wouldn't say he's a big quarterback, but he can take a hit, he can take a pounding and go up the middle. I mean, if you're looking at trying to compare him to someone that Auburn's played before, he's a miniature Dak Prescott, maybe, from Mississippi State in the way he's able to run between the tackles. He's hard to bring down at times.
It's going to be a big deal, too, for guys to get off their blocks once they're on the pass rush, because if he doesn't have anything downfield, he'll just pull it down and turn it into a quarterback draw. And obviously they had trouble, Auburn had trouble with that against San Jose State. So that'll be something to watch. I guess, obviously we haven't talked much about his passing, but that's a big deal too.
Yeah, I mean, Tyler Lockett there on the outside, and as Ellis Johnson mentioned tonight, he doesn't play one position. They move him around quite a bit to exploit matchups, and that's something that Auburn's got to watch out for, because there's been some breakdowns, communication, and with the way they like to rotate guys now at cornerback, bringing 4 or 5 guys in throughout the game, they got to get a consistent player there, and Ellis Johnson, along those lines, did not discount the idea of if Cease notices someone's playing very well against Tyler Lockett, he's going to stick with them. And that's the thing. If you try to double team Tyler Lockett, it takes an extra guy out of the box, and then that's when Jake Waters can do some things in the run game.
If I had to guess, the biggest candidate for that is Jonathan Mincy, because he can play both boundary and field. He's really the only guy that moves back and forth a lot. And he's obviously Auburn's best corner. So Ellis didn't say that. That's just me kind of reading into what he's saying. If Mincy has a couple of good snaps against him, maybe their cornerback rotation works it so that he's on that side of the field.
Yep. Well, that's it. We'll have more coverage throughout the game. Sorry, I didn't know where to go with that. We'll have more coverage throughout the week, as you all know, at AL.com. We'll be in Kansas soon.
It's a great state.